Could you possibly do me a favor when you get a chance?
Set.
Could you check the stream and see if it's working? When you get a chance.
Yeah. It's working for me.
Awesome. Full frame rate and everything?
Full frame rate.
Awesome.
It's a little compressed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, well, you have to look at it closer.
Mm.
And now it seems to be. Or did you pause it?
I paused it.
Oh, you paused it.
Yep. It's all good?
Yep.
Is it compressy like?
It's compressing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like really bad or?
Well, it's not the greatest.
Hmm.
It's crunchy.
Hmm. Okay. Just let me hit play. So many wires and cables.
I know.
Oh, can you pull it back up?
Oh. Sorry, hang on. Go back.
Good stuff.
Mm. Alright.
Oh yeah, it is quite compressed, eh?
Yeah.
Hey Scotty, I'm testing out this new configuration and it's not exactly what I was hoping. I'm gonna quit the stream and check my settings.
I think
And
remember you had a setting whether you wanted it to be like there were two settings. There was something that was like this
mm-hmm.
versus something else. You know what, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I'll try and figure something out.
That didn't help.
No, it didn't help. Yeah, I'm gonna change my set. I'm gonna restart the stream and check my. Yeah, the quality's too low. I don't like where the quality is sitting right now, so I'm gonna change some more settings and.
It was like you're setting quality versus.
Cleo, could you? Is oh you've gone off of it again. Is it?
Hang on.
Cleo, will you get away from the keyboard, please?
She's not gonna listen. Oh, that's much better.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Can you play the animation?
Yeah, give me a second. I've got a cat on my.
Okay.
There, thank you. I don't know why this headset is telling, because I just charged it. This headset is telling me that the battery's low.
Do you want to use mine?
No, it's okay. I'd have to quit and restart the stream again if I changed audio devices. So how's that?
Better.
Is it good?
It's better. It's still
Still
kind
crunchy?
of crunchy sometimes, but it's better than it was before.
Hmm. Maybe I have to turn it up even higher.
Maybe.
Yeah, bear with me for a sec, guys, because I'm testing out some new setup, and I gotta make sure that this is working right. So I'll be right back. Hey, babe. Sorry, could you check the stream now?
Better still.
Still better, but it's still crunchy, eh?
It's still crunchy when there's motion. When there isn't, it's fine.
Hmm. So I've boosted everything.
It might be Picardo.
It could be Picardo. Yeah.
God, you stink. You're stinky.
Cleo's stinky?
She smells like a litter box freshly.
Oh. Is that okay, dude, or is that too low? Yeah, I guess so. I guess it did that before, didn't it?
Cleo. No.
So
Stop
I'm
it.
basically trying this new setup uh, on more or less a trial basis. So if you guys don't mind bearing with me for this session, um, I'll try it out and see how well it does. I've switched over to using a piece of actual uh, streaming and capture software or hardware instead of software. So I'm trying very hard to eliminate the lag the lag and freezing that you guys are encountering. So please do let me know if any like real major freezing or anything like that crops up. Did I just hear some cats arguing in the background?
Yeah, somebody's taking the piss out of Elsie.
Mm. Elsie seems to be the butt end of everybody's joke. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a slow out, so yeah, it's getting super tight. It's my own fault. No one to blame but myself.
No. There's nothing. No. There's nothing there for you.
What is she doing?
She's trying to get at my glass of water, but there's no water in it, and she's stepping on the keyboard the whole time.
Ugh. Goofy kitty.
She is. Leo! Could you stop? Just like, please?
So far, so good, everybody? One thing I got to admit, I don't like worrying about the. Thanks, dude. One thing I don't like spending any amount of time worrying that the stream is unstable or anything like that. I'll be happy when I figure out some kind of solution to this. If anybody's wondering what I'm using, like whatever this hardware solution is, I'm actually using I've hooked up an AverMedia uh, Live Gamer portable to my Cintiq companion. So this is actually a game capture device for capturing game consoles, like gameplay of consoles.
Just, I have to go to the washroom.
Okay.
She's gonna try climbing all over you.
Okay.
So,
Well, she at least gave me a chance to get up and rolling.
yeah.
It's just about when I was still trying to figure out what the heck the problem was with the quality. I had a cat crawling all over me. She insisted to be in my face at a critical moment. Typical kitty behavior. But yeah, it's a piece of hardware I'm using is meant to be hooked up to like a game console, like an Xbox or a PS3, and you pop the HDMI in and press the broadcast button, and it's supposed to be that easy. But I tried to use it before with Picardo specifically, but because I was hitting the older version of OBS, it was causing major issues with Harmony, where I'd go to use a specific tool, and that tool actually wouldn't work. It's bizarre. And I thought there's nothing I'm doing wrong. The software is screwing up, but it wasn't the software that was screwing up. It was OBS. OBS was somehow in some way causing issues with Harmony. It was really weird. So I couldn't. At the time, I was looking for um, some kind of fix for that, but it ended up I just switched to the other version of OBS, which was OBS Studio, I think it's called, which was made by a different development team. So I switched over to that, and it was fine. But now I'm having issues where even OBS Studio is either crashing or causing freezing when I stream for more than like 3 hours or something like that. It starts to freeze up. So, and I'm also doing this restream thing. So I thought, why not give the old Aver a try? Since it's not going directly to Picardo, it's going to restream. So maybe this is the solution. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oops. Either way, it's definitely something to try. I mean, I spent my money on that thing. Might as well try it. Obviously, I'm without my I'm using a completely different software suite for broadcasting. So my usual banners and stuff are not up there. It's always something. Oh, sorry, Matador, I didn't get back to your question. Do I teach animation? Uh, well, I do teach the courses at the studio I work at, but as far as teaching online for like online courses, no, I don't do that. Hey, Scotty, there's newer versions of it. Um, the one I've got is like the older model. It's a Live Gamer Portable. I believe they've brought out the Live Gamer Portable 2 now, which has a whole new, much more OBS-like broadcasting suite, which I was kind of hoping would be compatible with this version, but it's not. So the newer version obviously has this pretty awesome, uh, streaming, specifically streaming suite. So yeah, if you do look into it, it might be pretty good. As towards the whether or not it's compatible with Mac, that's a good question. I don't know. You'd have to look it up. The website is Aver Media, all one word. Avermedia. Be warned, their website's pretty slow. Hey Scotty, everything still good in the stream? I'll take that as a yes. You're talking about the capture device, yeah?
I knew it. I knew it.
You know, even though there seems to be a maybe a slight quality drop in the actual um, compression of the stream, I will have to admit it's already doing better than OBS because every time I hit play, uh, yeah, you're right. But yeah, with OBS, every time I hit play, it it basically froze the stream, so already it's doing better. Hey, Scruff, how's it going?
Oh, look, Cleo tried to send a tweet.
Did she?
Yeah, but she sent a message, tried to send a message to 00000000000.
Nice. So one of our cats just tried to send a tweet with her ass from Danny's account. How very accomplished of her.
Yeah, she's quite tech savvy. The old bint.
Doddering old bint.
Yeah.
If I went round saying I was emperor just 'cause some moistened bint lobbed a scimitar at me, they'd put me away.
Help, help, I'm being oppressed.
Ah, now we see the violence inherited in the system. Help, help, I'm being repressed. You heard me, or you heard him repressing me, didn't you?
Jesus, my Twitter is fucking exploding. Fuck.
Wow.
I'm like farting new followers out of nowhere. Oh, hey.
What was that?
That was my phone telling me a Pokemon is around. Why are you so tiny?
Scruff says he just retweeted you.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would
I noticed.
that would be the source of one of the buzzes.
I have an extremely tiny Zubat.
A tiny Zubat?
It's like fucking on the screen and it's tiny and I don't know why it's so tiny on the screen. What the fuck? I think I've just encountered my first massive glitch.
Oh, really? You found a glitch in Pokemon Go?
Yeah, look at this. This Zubat is like supposed to be right
Oh
next to
my
me.
god!
It's like
it's
it's like I'm stepping on it and it's fucking tiny.
nice.
I don't know how to screen capture this.
Uh, I believe on your device, screen capture is pressing and holding the home button and the wake up button at the same time for like a second and a half. You have to press them both at the same time, and it should make a shutter noise.
Yeah, it just did.
Well, this tween is nearly done. I just did a count the other day, or sorry, earlier today as to how many drawings I've got left for this to do for the clean and tween stage, and there's only a dozen or so drawings left. So that's pretty good. It's not bad, not bad. So that that glitched Pokemon, is that perma glitched or is that
Well, I can't do anything with it.
oh, you can't interact with it.
No, it's completely non-interactable.
So it's borked.
Yep.
I dubbed the borked Zubat.
If I can catch it, I'll name it Borked.
Yeah, that's no problem. That's the reason why I do the whole multicast thing. Is people, uh, some people, you know, can't view my stream on certain services. So yeah, I'm trying the whole multicast thing. Kill it, Mishka! Kill it!
Oh. I just had to reset the entire app.
Oh, did it crash?
Well, it didn't crash. I couldn't do anything. Like I could play the game, but nothing was showing up, and I just had my stupid tiny Zubat.
stupid, stupid glitched Pokemon.
Well, I'm wasting an incense.
Is that pink smoke cloud that you
Yeah,
put out?
yeah, and then like the Zubat glitched and then became tiny, and undoing anything about it.
Ah,
I just made up a word.
yes, you did. You made up a word. What I mean by multicast is I'm using a third-party website that allows me to send out one broadcast signal, but it's sent to a lot of the other streaming platforms that I'm a member of, which basically allows me to stream once and people can watch it on their platform of choice so long as I have an account there. So, for example, this stream I'm doing right now is streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Picardo, and Ustream. It's fancy.
Fancy, fancy.
Fancy pants. Oh, look at me in my fancy pants. I look at me do my fancy pants dance.
Hi, Elsie. Peace.
By far the most active chat is Picardo.
Apologies.
No, we all know you're sick. Don't worry about it. You're sick in the head, love.
Yeah, more like sick right between the eyes. In the sinus cavity.
She's got the lurgy.
I have the plague. Well, I mean, I am feeling better.
That's good.
Still kind of tired, but you know.
Would you mind checking the tab there? And so it hasn't frozen. Awesome. We have made progress, my friends. Finally, I have a streaming situation or a streaming setup that when I press play in the OpenGL view, nope. you do me a favor, please?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if. Hey, everyone. Is that working? I don't know if my mic's working or not. You guys let me know if it is. You can't hear me? Oh, jeez. Oh, you asshole. If you hear clicks, it's probably Danny's keyboard. I've switched over to the room mic. At least that one doesn't take a charge. What the hell? Man alive, tonight's stream is just full of weirdness.
It's fucking numerous.
Again?
They've called like 3 times today.
Good lord, what do they want?
Oh, they want my opinion on like some television broadcasting shit.
Well, didn't you?
It's a survey.
Yeah, didn't you talk to them last time?
Yeah, I basically told them I couldn't talk. And they're like, we'll call back later. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, whatever.
Hey, Toon Fox. Hey, everybody. Wow, everybody's showing up. Yeah, we've been getting calls lately from survey companies. And we just keep telling them, look, we're not interested, but they keep calling back. And they call directly to our landline, too. Which is, we need our landline because we need to be able to buzz people into the building when they come by for deliveries. But, yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's a way to do that. But I'm not phone savvy enough for something like that. Hey, baby, is the stream really bad quality or what?
It's,
Is it worse since I came back?
no, it's not worse. It's a little fuzzy, but I mean, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just afraid to crank the quality on the broadcaster because I don't want to. It's already up way past what our normal broadcast settings are. For those of you who are just showing up now, you may notice that my usual banners and stuff aren't up here. It's because I'm trying out a new setup, a new hardware-based broadcasting setup. I'm trying to eliminate the freezing and the lag that everybody's experiencing in past broadcasts. So I'm trying out a hardware solution. Well, OBS was OBS was crashing on me. So I'm using actually a game capture device. That's good. Yeah, I'm already since this is hardware based, I'm already seeing a fairly sizable improvement in just like the frame rate and the fact that I can press play in OpenGL view and it doesn't freeze the stream, so it's already making an improvement. Glad to hear that. Well, I mean, glad to hear that it's not on my end. You just need to stop downloading porn. Lol. If the stream is saying I'm offline, it's probably Picardo. But I mean, obviously I'm not offline because, everybody's seeing this, so. These are vector brush lines with a bitmap texture file added to it. So the reason it's looking so sketchy and rough is that's a texture inside the vector, because Harmony supports textured vectors. Man, that was hard to say. Um, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by a reference, Scotty. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's what the separate layers are for. You have your overlay layer, your line layer, your color layer, and your underlay layer. Harmony's got a lot of built-in stuff that work in conjunction. So I get asked a fair bit why, like people who are new to Harmony, they ask, is there any point to putting or drawing on those specified layers? Like why don't you just put everything on one layer and they keep everything to one layer? Why don't you do that? And the point behind that is because Harmony's got some functions built into it that are specifically like if you put the line work on the line layer, you have more options. Like sure, yes, it won't stop you from filling in and putting in color on the line layer. It's not going to stop you, but if you do that, then you've basically negated the whole a lot of the functions that you had with putting the color art on the color layer. Hopefully that made sense. Well, yeah. There is the automatic create line art from, or sorry, create color art from line art feature. Again, that's something that's only available if you've been designating your colors and such to its designated layers. Oh, you mean automatically? No, it doesn't pick layers for you automatically. It's up to you to, be disciplined enough to put the layers or put the artwork in the layers that are designated for them. Oh yeah, yeah, it's all palette based. Well, yeah, it puts that in place ahead of time, so it's up to you. Like I said earlier, it's up to you to if you're going to put the line work on the line layer and take advantage of the systems in place for doing that, then that's your choice. But if you want to use those designated layers for something else and forego the advantages of having those designated layers for that particular drawing set, then that's your choice too. But I mean, there's advantages to using like in certain scenarios. If you want to put like a mask or something attached to that drawing layer and using it in the say the overlay layer, then you can do that and use the overlay layer in that drawing set for something else. Yeah, the thing is about instead of just using the dump bucket, like you said, the paint bucket for filling in those shapes. The thing is, since the line work that I'm using is all texture based, there's gaps in that texture. There's a grain to it. So if I just paint on the same layer as the line work, then I'm gonna have unavoidable gaps. So I'll just cut to the chase and paint on a layer underneath it. That way it fills in exactly the way I want it to, and it'll turn out exactly the way I intend it. A monster? Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea how much of a monster I really am. Okay, you know what? Here's a good example of how much of a monster I am. Today, today I had to do some classical hand-drawn animation for the show Doki that I'm working on at the studio because the director had approved storyboards that involved I'm sure you guys have seen the shots of the exploration plane that I've animated and posted to my Twitter and Tumblr, where the plane makes a lot of well, shall we say, perfect landings. That's actually part of the show, but the director had decided to approve these storyboards where that exploration plane is bouncing up and down on one of those inflated stadium covers. You know, the domed. I guess they're not latex. They're probably like those inflated tarps that go over top of soccer fields and stuff like that. The storyboard artist decided to have the plane bouncing up and down on one of those tarps that go over the field, and they didn't consult me about it. They just straight up said, "Oh, Andy will make it work." And I looked at it today. It's for the first time. It's the brand new episode, and they handed it to me today. I looked at it and I went, "Well, holy shit! There's no way to do this. You can't. There's no efficient way of doing this. If you guys had have consulted me beforehand, then I would have come up with something to make this a bit more efficient. But you guys want this stuff by Wednesday, and you've given me no time to prep this or even come up with a more elegant solution to it." So I just said, "All right, fine, fuck it, I'll classically animate it." So that's what I spent the afternoon doing, classically animating the tarp of the soccer field ballooning out and then compressing again and then ballooning out again in a cycle as this plane bounces up and down on it, because I had no choice. The thing has to be done for Wednesday, and just straight up I just knuckled down and did it. I mean, that's one of the things that it just it kind of sucks that they rely on me to just pull their asses out of the fire. It's it's one of those things I gotta do to do what I do. Trust me, I would have much rather have come up with a less intensive work uh, solution to that sort of thing, but they kind of put me on the spot, so I had to. I said, all right, fine, fuck it, I'll just do it. Make it classical, make it look good, and call it done in a couple of days. Well, technically speaking, from my standpoint, I kind of like to reserve my classically animating mojo for when I do these streams, because I want to be nice and fresh and not burnt out from the day when working on Scotty's new avatar. But they're kind of forcing my hand on this one. So classically animating at work during the day and classically animating at night for all your amusement. Are you not entertained? By the way, Scotty, I gotta say that's one thing I really had to get used to with Ninwa's design is having her eyebrows on top of her hair. That's one I really had to wrap my brain around. Oh, also her eyes on top of her headband there too. Yeah, anime likes to draw eyes straight through the line work straight through the hair. Don't ask me what kind of sense that makes. Hey, this is a little off topic. I got a question for the folks in the stream who are American. Is it common down in the states for people who are referring to the term where something is not opaque, like something that is has some transparency to it? Is it common down there to use the term transclearant? So I've heard a couple of YouTubers that use the term, and they use it quite regularly. So I thought that must be a regional thing. I've never heard anybody refer to the term transclearant when they're talking about something that's not fully opaque. Yeah, I just kind of noticed it today, and I thought, what the? It must be a regional thing. And it was more than one YouTuber that used that term. You don't say. Yeah, it was such a weird term. I just wasn't sure where to. Like, at first I thought they were joking, but when more than one YouTuber used the term, I was really surprised. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've got a cold. Oh wow, that's weird. That is a weird one. Then you also get those embarrassing ones where, um, the person obviously doesn't like. Obviously, the person's first language is not English, and they try to pronounce something that we don't we know the common pronunciation of it. But well, let me fill you in on a story that happened to me just this morning on the bus. There was this old Asian lady that was hassling the bus driver because she was she wanted to be let off on what she pronounced as Chow Street, and where the bus happened to be, there's no Chow Street around. Like the way she pronounced it, she said it pronounced it like Chow, Chow, and I was casually listening to this conversation, and I could sense the bus driver's frustration over the situation. And finally, he realized what it was that she was asking for. She was asking for Shaw Street, Shaw, but she was pronouncing it as Chow. She kept saying over and over, I need Chow Street. You let me off at Chow Street. A huge sigh of relief from the driver when he finally figured it out. I've only just recently switched back to being a public transit user. I've given away my car to family members, so I don't have a car anymore. So yeah, it's the TTC for me. Houston, oh man. And the bus driver pronounced it like that? That's mental. Yeah. Ironically, because it's called a sky train. I used to live in Vancouver back in '97. I remember the sky train. I also remember how often I was asked if I wanted speed or crack. Really? It must have been the... Because I was working at Studio B at the time. So that was just outside of Gastown. You know, for something that was considered to be a decent area or touristy type area, Gastown sure had a lot of freaking drug peddlers around there. Yeah, when I was at Studio B, I animated on a Christmas special called Christopher the Christmas Tree. Mm-mm. I basically worked on one production over there and then ran out of work. There was just no work to be had anywhere in Vancouver, so I just up and left and came back to Ontario. Well, last I heard, DHX was just buzzing with work. Oh God, yeah. Well, that gig that I was offered at DHX to do to be the animation director on My Little Pony, it wasn't anywhere near the price that I would have needed to, you know, make a decent living in Vancouver. It's one of the reasons why I don't even bother with the keyboard anymore. I just use the mic. It's just far easier for me to use. We are getting there, folks. What's that, dude? It's a forced perspective, dude. It's just a way to cheat the perspective for it. I mean, it's only there for a couple of frames. You know what? I should finish that drawing before I go any further. Mainly because your design has all these striation lines, like so. Like, I mean, look at these. Your design is full of these, dude. That's why. If I were to straighten that arm out, they'd still be there. You know, if I were to straighten that out, they'd still be like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the way I interpreted your design, dude. It's just how I interpreted your design. O ye of little faith. Burn the non-believer. Oh, see you, Scruff. You know, finishing this rough drawing would definitely be a help to doing that in between. I don't know why I never bothered, but owns the brakes. Sharky. No, that's my drink. No. No, you get out of that. Boy, we are a healthy sounding pair.
What's that?
I'm constantly clearing my throat and you're constantly coughing. We are a very healthy sounding pair.
Yeah. This Pepsi Next certainly is interesting.
That's different, eh?
I like it. It's just different.
Yeah. It's quite different. I like the fact that it's, you said it was sugar free, didn't you?
No, it's 30% less sugar.
Oh, okay.
And no artificial sweeteners, apparently.
Excellent. You know, because that synthetic shit is crap.
Aspartame.
Aspartame can suck my cock. Because it's not. It's bottle shite. It's 'cause I did, you numpty. It's 'cause if it's not Scottish, it's crap. Away and bury your head. One of the guys I hung out with when I was living in England was Scottish, and even though I worked with the guy, he knew me very well. He knew that I could understand him whenever he spoke, except whenever he got some drinks in him. Yeah, his accent or his he got his Gaelic became much more his brogue. His brogue became more pronounced, and it was a little harder to understand him. but he acted like I was some kind of idiot, and I couldn't understand him. So he kept saying to his mates, he says, no, no, you gotta talk slower, otherwise the Canadian won't understand you. Talk slower. Yeah, get some beers in me, and I'll give you some brogue for sure. Actually, I just remembered that guy's name now. It was Miles, the Scottish guy I was talking about. I really miss England. That was the beginning of my career. I was in England for 4 years before I was deported. Yeah. I was there beyond the time frame of my visa. I absolutely loved it there. I highly suggest it. Demi and I want to go. She's never been. Oh, hell yeah. Which is why I ended up staying long past the limits of uh, my visa. You know, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it, but uh, it's important to note that all of this is pre 9/11. Like, I was there from, geez, what was it? From 93 to 96? So just shy of 4 years. Um, and I was working at several different video game companies. I was doing pixel graphics for game sprites and stuff like that. And yeah, my visa was only good for I think 6 months. So yeah, and I had so much work, and I was meeting so many nice people, and everybody was insistent on having me work for them because at the time, getting a classically trained animator to work on the graphics for your game was a friggin' luxury. Like we're talking about the time when the Sega Genesis and the SNES and stuff like that were the big deal. They were the current consoles. And I was also working on Amiga games at the time. That was a big thing in the UK was the Amiga, and yeah, plenty of work, nice people. I didn't really have a lot of reason to go back other than the fact that the visa board was saying I had to go back, but so I just chose to ignore them. But really, in the end, it was just little more than a slap on the wrist, and I was asked not to try to come back to England for 4 years. But like I said, since that was years and years ago, I won't have a problem. Because hell, I visited the U.S. just last year, and I went to Florida, and I had no problem. They didn't even. I think whatever was on my record was expunged at that point. Hey, Pillowhead. I think that was the other thing that saved my bacon during that incident was that Canada is a Commonwealth country, so they and it was also before 9/11, so really no harm, no foul. They just basically slapped me on the wrist, said, "Bad boy, don't do it again." Really? How did that resolve his green card issues? Oh, geez. I was actually at one point supposed to be working at Disney Feature in Burbank um, when I was working on the Tigger movie. But it was funny because I had one producer calling me and telling me, go ahead and book your flight. We'll reimburse you and we'll, pay for temporary accommodations once you get here and blah, blah, blah. We've already got a desk set up, the whole thing. And about after that phone call ended, I was already looking into my flight and all that, and they called me up about 45 minutes later to tell me that they weren't able to secure me a green card. So I ended up working on the project freelance, like remotely. I often think to myself how different my life would have been if that green card had have gotten through. Things definitely would have turned out different. Different good, different bad, don't know. Well, like I said, I still got to work on the project. It's just not in studio. You're not the first person I've heard say that.
Oh, hey, guess what?
What's up?
Apparently ASMR is a thing for me.
Really?
I'm just listening to some hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the tingles from, like, these chimey kind of sounds.
Really?
Wind chimes. I can't stand people's voices or
Yeah, yeah. The
anything like
vocal,
that.
the vocal
vocal shit.
ASMR thing.
Yeah, the vocal shit I can't fucking stand, but like
I just hate the sound of all that saliva and some tongue smacking of their
around
inside of their mouth. I just can't stand that. But
it sounds like they're chewing on plastic wrap when they talk.
yeah. Well, you know me. I like to listen to white noise, like a
Yeah.
white noise generator.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a term or a form of ASMR.
Well, the thing with ASMR is it's supposed to give you the tingles and
Oh well, no,
you
it
know,
doesn't do
some sort
that.
of mental / physical sensations.
You mean a physical response from audio stimuli?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, pretty much. Like it. I guess hearing the sound and getting goosebumps would count.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know enough about it, but definitely the chimey bits did the thing.
Hmm.
That was interesting.
No, I can honestly say the only response I've ever had from ASMR of any kind is revulsion. Yeah. Oh, see you, Eli.
Oh. Oh, that dog is not healthy.
What is going on with that dog?
That is what you call really bad bulldog breeding.
Oh my god, what the hell? It looks like it doesn't have a nose at all.
It
It's got problems.
This pisses me off.
That
dog is
that
hideous.
bulldog looks like it's got a tumor in its belly too.
That bulldog looks like it's got rickets.
That too. Yikes.
There's a difference between good breeding and then there's this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Jesus, it's even got a gimpy walk.
Oh, fucking hell, that animal is not healthy.
Yeah, I'm glad to say that this hardware solution to my streaming problem seems to do the trick. Oh no, I don't know how many times you have to check that bag, Mishka. Food is not growing in that bag. At least I hope not. Yeah, as I was saying earlier in the stream, I've switched over, so I'm going to shift the mic a little bit. I've switched over to a hardware solution for this stream, so no more OBS for now. OBS was constantly insisting on crashing before, so. Hi Mishka, what's up? What are you doing, kitty? She's laying on my foot.
See, people get pissed off at me for liking bulldogs, but I'm like, I like healthier bred versions. Not that. That's fucking gross.
Yes, I agree. No, there was no cat vocalizing. Did you hear a weird sound?
Maybe it was me talking.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Demi is sick, after all.
Did I screech? Was I caterwauling again?
Are you in heat? Don't answer that.
No, I'm not gonna.
I just got a TMI.
Yeah. Hey, you said it, I didn't.
Yeah, but I was making a funny.
Yeah, you did.
It's all jokes. It's all in funs and ha-has. By the way, everybody, this here is why one of the reasons why I insist that if anybody's going to animate anything, don't rely on don't animate major components of your character with just using the onion skin. Because I mean, you know, if you just used your onion skin instead of flipping, that would just turn into like this distort or this rotation of the cannon here would make no sense whatsoever. The only way you can successfully do proper breakdowns and stuff like that for major actions like that is flipping your drawings like a classical animator would. Flipping or rolling your drawings are a million times better than using the, or I should say relying on the onion skin for everything. The onion skin is a great tool for doing tight in-betweens, but not a great tool for animating with. Exactly. If you just rely, if you don't flip your drawings or flip your keys and really work your breakdowns based on your keys, if you're not flipping, essentially, you're not taking into consideration weight or anything like that. You're not really analyzing your own animation. Now, I do personally use the onion skin, but I use them for tight in-betweens. At the cleanup stage only. I don't use them outside of that. Also zoom out. Like, do a lot of zooming out and really survey where you're going with your drawings. Scotty knows I get into this every single stream, for Christ's sakes. I agree. I'll be honest, I see far too many people streaming on other channels that are enthusiast animators, and all they ever do is animate with the onion skin. They rely on the onion skin for, like, placement of their main animation drawings, and it just drives me bonkers. See, what I'm doing right here with flipping these drawings, just based off of my cleanups here, you can already see what's going on between these two breakdowns. You can already see what's going on, and the best thing to do is trust your instinct. Don't let the onion skin tell you where to place your drawings. It's all really an exercise of building up your confidence in knowing where to place your drawings and where everything needs to go based off of the established motions that you already laid out in the rough stage. So if you really keep flipping your drawings, you'll understand that, okay, certain parts of the gun will need to be here, right? That sort of thing. Well, exactly my point. You know, if you rely on onion skinning alone, you're not really you end up really creating a drawing that's based off of other parameters, and you'll find that your animation will turn out mushy, and it'll also turn out like you just look at the drawing you just created with the onion skin off, and you just go, oh my god, that drawing's awful. You know that exactly that's the point I'm trying to get across.
Oh! Okay, good, thank you. Fucking cat?
Well, you were busy making farting noises like an orangutan.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she needs to jump up and take my chair. Not that I was coming back to it, it's just, you know, she was sitting there.
It's the principle of the thing.
She was sitting there on your foot, just biding her time.
She was.
Bitch!
Like a manipulative cow.
You're such a cow, Mishka. The hell? You're so fat.
Oh, be careful. Somebody on my stream might take offense to you calling our cat fat.
I don't care.
That's cat shaming, that
I don't
is.
care. I'm gonna cat shame.
Cat shaming.
Gonna cat shame this shit lord.
She is a shit lord.
You're such a cow. Moo. Moo for me. Moo for me. Oh, Cleo's staring at me from my underwear. Good.
Scruff just used the word fet. F-E-H-T.
She's very fit. So she's so fit, she's fat. She's also fort.
Fort, F-O-R-T. With an ulmot in the middle of it.
Yes.
To make it all Scandinavian sounding.
Well, she does encompass the world.
When she sits around the house, she sits around the house. Yep. Yeah, that's Mishka. She's female. She's one of those great big fat Torbies.
We really need to cut her off, though.
Yeah, I know.
She's just looking at me like, what?
Yeah, she's got this shocked look on her face like, the fuck you are?
The problem is the letting them have access to food all day.
Yeah.
She's the one that fucking eats it all.
Yes, she is.
So, you know, feed them in the morning and feed them in the evening.
Yep.
And that's it.
Hear that, Mish? You hear? Oh, she's got this most disgusted look on her face.
Yeah, you need to lose some weight. I know I do too, but you need it more. You're almost diabetes, cat.
My pancreas doesn't work.
You're having some issues with grooming, sweetie.
Oops. Got a little overzealous there with the flipping. I was sketching and I ended up putting a line on the wrong drawing.
I adore this cat.
Did I just hear somebody knocking?
That was me.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
I was scratching her face and my knuckles were hitting the back of the chair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, Cleo's.
Hello, Cleo.
Good to see you, and Sharky's at the door. Hey, Sharky, come here. Come here. Oh, look who I can get down off the chair. Kitties. Kiss. Kitty sandwich. Oh my god. I want to have, like, Mishka in the middle and put Sharky and Cleo on either side and just squish them together to make one super cat. Alright, I'm gonna go poke around on that fine shit game again.
Alright.
For a little bit. Meow. today. I could spend all day on freelance tomorrow.
Oh, wicked.
Woo!
Alright, everybody. I'm kind of getting beat here. I think I'm going to call it a night at this point. I've got a lot of crap to do at work tomorrow. So, I think I'm going to call the stream done for the night. Thanks to everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. Hope to see everybody at the next one. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Talk to you soon.